Hi, I'd like to show you how to integrate FM Chat with your existing FileMaker Pro solution. In this case, I'm going to be using the event management database that comes with FileMaker Pro. In your case, you're going to substitute this for whatever solution you're integrating into. So let's start by opening up our solution. And we can navigate to the layout that we want to integrate chat into. The first thing we need to do is add file references to FM Chat. To do this, we go up to the File menu, down to Manage, and we're going to click on External Data Sources. So let's click New to create a new one. First one is going to be called FM space chat. Make sure to name this exactly as you see it, otherwise the file reference won't work. We're going to click Add File, navigate to our FM Chat folder, and select the FM Chat file. Click Open, and OK. So we'll do one more, so click New. This one is called FM space chat go. And so we're going to click Add File, navigate again to our FM Chat folder, and select the FM Chat Go file. And say OK, and OK. Now that we have our file references, we want to add a field to the table that we want to integrate FM Chat into. So let's go up to File, Manage, and to Database. And let's navigate to the table that we want to add our field to, which in this case is the events table, so we can double click on that. And this field is called FMC_type, and it is a calculation field. So let's say create to create that calculation field. The data I want to put in here in this case is event, but this is basically whatever data type you're working with. So we're working with an event, so that's why I put that in there. If you were in a purchase order table, your FMC type data might be purchase order or invoices. You'd put invoice in here. It's not really important. The most important thing is that this is unique data within your solution. Because if you relate chats to many different tables, you need a way to differentiate those. So this is my differentiator for each data type in my database solution. So the calculation result does need to be text, so we'll select text. Then I'm going to click on Storage Options, and we want to check the box that says Do Not Store Calculation Results. We'll say OK, click OK again. Now let's navigate to the Relationships tab, and we need to add a couple of table occurrences to our solution. So let's click the button to create a new table occurrence. And our data source is going to be FM Chat. We'll select the system table, and we're going to give this name of FMC_system. Your solution will only need one system table occurrence, regardless of how many tables you're integrating into. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. It's a utility table. It stores global information, so no relationships will be necessary with that table. So let's click the New Table Occurrence button again, and we're going to go back to the FM Chat file as our data source. Now we want to add a chats table occurrence, and we're going to name this one FMC_chats_your table. And for now, please leave your table as is. Don't actually replace that data yet. We need that to be exactly as shown for everything to work properly in our integration process. So once you've typed that in, press OK. And now we need to create our relationship. So there's only two fields we have to match in this relationship. The first one is we need to match our primary key, or ID field of our table, to the entity ID of the chats table. So it's down here, it's called ID_entity. So we're going to drag that up, match that to our primary key. And then the next one is the FMC_type field that we created. It needs to be related to the entity type field in our chats table. So we're going to drag this over to make that connection. Perfect. So now we have our relationship with our table occurrence. We can say OK. Next, we need to add the scripts to our solution. To do that, we're going to go up to Scripts, Manage Scripts, and we're going to click the Import button. We're going to navigate to the FM Chat integration example file. Click Open. Select the box next to the folder called FMC Scripts. Paste contents into your solution. That'll select all of the scripts in here and import all of those. So we'll say OK. Make sure that you have 0 errors here. If you have any errors, it's probably because your file references are incorrect. You probably named them wrong. So you'll have to redo this step if that's incorrect. In fact, you really have to redo everything if this reports errors. So it's very important that this has 0 on number of errors. In this case, we do have 0 errors, so that's perfect. We're going to say OK. You'll notice that that folder of scripts got placed down here at the bottom. So we're going to close our script manager window. And the next thing we need to do is we need to put the chat portal onto our layout. So what we want to do is open up our integration example file. So we're going to go up to File, Open, navigate to the FM Chat folder, and we are going to open this file here, the FM Chat integration example. Say OK. Then we're going to go to the chat portal layout. We're going to enter layout mode. So we're going to say layout mode. We want to select all here. So I'm going to go up to Edit, Select All, and then we want to copy the contents of this layout. We're going to go back to our solution, and we're going to go into layout mode here. First step for me here is I need to make room for that portal. Your solution obviously might be different, but most likely you're going to have to make some room. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. This layout just needs to be a little bit bigger here. We're going to scroll over. So make some room for that portal. I'm going to select all, and we're going to drag everything over. It might look better if that event stays over here. So once I've gotten everything in place, we're going to go up to Edit, and we're going to paste and move this chat portal into place. Obviously, you're going to have to make some adjustments so everything looks great. In this case, I just want to demonstrate the functionality. I did notice, I think because we're using a theme here in FileMaker 12, that the portal color is gray. So what I want to do is I want to click on this portal. We're going to go to the Appearance tab under the Inspector, and we're going to change my fill color to solid and white. That's how it was designed, so I just want it to look like that so you can see the scroll bar well enough. Your solution, you might want to change that color again. I did notice a bug in FileMaker 12, at least at the time of this recording. Anything with conditional formatting, especially text boxes, seems to have problems when you copy and paste. It doesn't seem like the conditional formatting evaluates. The way I've found to fix it is just double-click into the text box, so you enter in to edit mode in that text box, and that seems to get things working again. So you're going to need to do that on the private chat, the words private chat, and then also double click on this little remove button here. There's a little text box over the top of that. So once you've entered into both those text boxes, you should be fine. And then the last step is we need to change the script parameters on the new chat button. So if I double click on the new chat button, we're going to click specify, and then on the edit button to change our script parameter. So we need to change the data in these parameters here. This is a name value set for script parameters. So we just need to go under each one of these little headings. In this case, we're looking at the ID of the record, and we just need to change that to the ID of the record from the table that we're in. So in this case, it's in the events table, and I want to make this my event ID. The type of record, that's going to be that field we added, that FMC_type. So we'll change that. Entity name, in this case we're talking about an event. So what I want to do is change this to my event name. And then I probably want my preceding text here to say event. And we can add a dash in there. So my entity name will be event dash and then whatever the name of the event is. And I'm going to do the same exact thing here for my snapshot link file name. So we're going to say event dash space, and we will change this to that same field event. And then we need to uncomment this calculation. You'll notice a little slash and star here at the bottom, and then a slash and star at the top. We just need to delete those. So again, don't change the name part of the name value pairs, otherwise this will not work properly. Just change the data in between the two ands here for each line. And then to separate each line, we do need this colon and the preceding and. So make sure those stay intact also. So we're going to click OK, OK, and OK. Now let's go back into browse mode, and we will save the changes to this layout. And you will notice that a portal record actually came through. It's because I have already created a chat in my testing. Yours probably won't have that. But we can click New Chat. Oh, we're not signed in. Okay, so I'm going to say OK. That's going to bring FM chat to the front. I'm going to sign in under a user that I know exists. All of a sudden I can see this chat now because I believe F. Miller is the person who created it. But let's try again. Let's say new chat. I have some test users in here, so I can select a few test users. We can send a snapshot link along with this chat if we want to, and that snapshot link will go back to this record in this database. In this case, I'm just going to start the chat though. And it looks like we're integrated. So I'm going to tell my people to check out this event. We're going to send that message, and they'll get a message now that tells them to check out this event. You'll notice up at the top here, the chat was started by F. Miller at the time, and it's regarding, and here is where we put that entity name. So event dash, and here it's just new event. So that's why we have new event on our chat. So there you go. Any questions, please forward them to SeedCode, and hopefully you'll have great luck in integrating FM chat into your solution. Thank you.